Life is an unpredictable journey, filled with stories, lessons, challenges, and unexpected moments. And sometimes, the moments we never planned for are the ones that change us the most. Hello everyone, welcome back to Real Talks with Bethel. And if you're coming across this video for the very first time, this is a space where we have honest conversations about life, growth, and the journey of becoming. And today's episode is going to be a little bit deeper and a little bit more reflective. I am not doing it alone. I have someone here with me, someone who is going to be helping us unpack this conversation from a real and personal perspective. Hi Daniel, welcome to Real Talks with Bethel, and I'm extremely glad you're here.
I'm really happy to be here too. Hi guys, I'm Daniel. I'm a student and a freelancer.
So without wasting time, let's get straight into the business. So now I want to ask you a question.
All right.
Yeah. So, because I believe everybody has one or two things to say about life, whether life is good or life is unfair. But I think I would say life is unfair, for real.
Right.
But yeah. So when was the last time life surprised you in a way you didn't expect?
I'd say this year. Early
Okay.
This year.
What happened?
The surprise actually came from a realization of how perspective changes and how it shapes us and how it determines how we function. I mean, don't really have the same experience, right?
Right.
But at the same time, we kind of have this general thing that life pushed to us. I mean, all of us can say life has not been fair, right? It depends on our perspective that changes how we, navigate through the unfairness of life. To cut it short, what happened early this year was that I'm surrounded with a lot of people that they are financially stable and they can actually help you out of difficult situations that you can find yourself in anytime. So people used to respond to this kind of situation, especially when they don't get help from this set of people. They kind of like that's how rich people do. They don't want to help people. They tend to like I don't want to use the word hate, but
then they generalize it and be like rich people are wicked, they don't want to help you.
They don't want to help you.
Oh yeah.
Even among your siblings. I used to be one of these people. I mean, I have lots of people that can actually help me, but they don't.
Okay.
So, and I used to believe that, I mean, life is too so unfair, the wrong people are having money. I mean, if I'm the one in their shoes, I will help people, I will do this, I will do that. But I came to realize that if you keep getting help from them, you might not even think outside the box. You might not even think to create your own wealth. So I feel like these people are actually doing more good than evil. So they are pushing you to your limit. I mean, if you know like you have options somewhere, you won't even try.
Yeah, there won't be time to explore different opportunities.
When I came to that realization, I was so surprised that, oh my God, I've been having a different and a wrong perspective since these days. So I'm going to thank the people that are around me that does not help me, which I don't know, it's not a bad thing either. So I mean, it helped me to develop myself up to the level where I am now. So yeah, that was what happened.
That's really interesting, because trust me, life has a way of putting you in situations where you have to question your own self-worth. Like, what really am I doing with my life?
Yeah, exactly.
So it is very understandable.
Exactly.
So speaking of this question, let me ask you another one.
All right.
So do you really think life is unpredictable, or we just lose control?
Okay, this is a very interesting question, and it's kind of like tricky because the way I see it, it is because life is, it's because we are out of control that life is actually unpredictable. I mean, if we have perfect total control over our life, then you can predict what is gonna happen to you, right? So I feel like life is a bit of both. It's out of control and it's still predictable at the same time. I mean, the predictability that I'm talking about now depends on your actions. I mean, if you are working towards a goal and you are actively putting effort and consistency into it, you can actually predict your outcome that okay, I am more likely to succeed more than fail. And even if you fail, then you keep going. So life is unpredictable because anything can actually happen to
Anything
us.
can happen.
The out of control is now determined by our response to the unpredictable situation that happened to us. Our response is very, very important. One of the people I look up to.
Okay.
So I asked him that why is life like this? I mean, do we actually have choices? Can we actually make decisions in life? And he said, well, yes and no. So the question is always tricky and it's always a bit of both. So he gave me an example. He said, if a girl goes to school and she got pregnant while she was still at school, it's up to her to determine whether this pregnancy is the end of my education, or I'm just gonna go back home, I'm going to give birth
And go back to school.
and go back to school. So
Alright.
her response determines, I mean, it was unpredictable. The pregnancy, she didn't foresee it coming, right? And it just happened. Life happens now, but it is still in her control if she decides to still stay or decides that that is the end of it. So it's a bit of both. At the same time, we have control. However, we still do not have control over our lives. So yeah.
Wow, that's really powerful, I must say, because I believe most of us constantly make plans, but life just has a way of putting other plans into our plans. Like, you don't understand. Like, I made plans for myself. I want to graduate from school, I want to get a job, I want to get married, I want to do this by this so age, I want to be doing this, but somehow life will just happen and you just find yourself not doing most of the things you said you wanted to do. Do you get? But then that's really, really powerful. I must say, I'm impressed. I am really, really impressed. Thank you so much for sharing. So now, coming to the end of the show, I would like to ask you one final question, just to wrap everything up.
Okay.
What is life teaching you right now? I know you are going to tell me, oh, life is this, life is that, life is that. Because trust me, I'm not gonna lie, in this economy that we are in right now, there is a lot going on in this country. So everybody is going through one or two things, or going to 3 or 4 things. At this point, 6 or 7. So what is life teaching you right now?
Like I said, a lot, normally a lot, but from the previous question, for example, if you have planned, like, okay, this is how I planned my life.
Okay.
I wanted to, go to school, graduate, get married, and
That's a wasted plan.
be rich. But you did not. I mean, when you were making the plan 10 years ago, you did not foresee this government coming then,
Never.
right? But it happened. Now it depends on our response. I said our response to the like unpredictable thing that life throws at us determines whether we are in control or out of control. So now, are you still staying with the plan despite the government,
Bad economy,
the
bad
other things that
government.
came up,
Yeah.
or have you given up that? I don't think I can do it again. So I can't even finish up with this education. I mean, the school fee and everything.
Yeah.
Do you give up, or you are looking for another means to achieve
Your goals.
your growth? Now,
Okay.
what life is teaching me out of this is that I had a plan and it's already messed up. I realized that I have to find another way to still achieve my goal. So, and a lot of things that I call cringe that I don't want to, go into before. Like, this thing is cringe. I mean, you just have to start from somewhere. I've been making plans with my friend to start a lot of stuff since we are in 100 level and it's years back. But we couldn't because we are waiting for the perfect moment,
Time.
the perfect time to do it. So, and we haven't gotten, in fact, we even say, okay, we are going to save up and, get the stuff that we need. When we saved up, by the time we get the money, the price would have increased. Then we spend our savings again to save our life. I mean, simply because we don't want to start as mediocre creators. So we are trying to save, and you know what happens. So what life is teaching me now is that whatever you want to do, start doing it now. As long as you are not going to stay in one place, I mean, you're not going to progress.
You keep
Make sure
evolving.
you keep, moving. You keep moving, because when we decided to, just do it anyway, and guess what? It is the exact same spot where we are supposed to start 3 years ago. That's where we started now
starting,
again.
wow.
But because we couldn't achieve what we wanted to achieve then we just decided that we should just start now.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing this openly, and thank you for your honesty. I must say I really appreciate it, because a lot of people would not want to come out here to actually talk about these things. Yeah, so to everyone listening, I hope this conversation gave you something to think about, something to reflect on, and maybe something to hold on to. This has been Real Talks with Bethel. We talk live, we grow, and we become. See you in my next episode. Bye.